Welcome back. We are here for more collector box fun. I tallied up what I got from this box, and I was pleasantly surprised. I totally forgot this was the set with Heir Apparent. Bloomburrow just completely threw me off from cute little critters. Every cute little critter has to be a Bloomburrow card now. But there were some others as well. And yeah, when I was going through the rares and mythics, what I recognized was, well, normally what I'll do is I'll set aside any card. Basically, it's worth more than $1. It's not that I won't sell the ones that are under $1. What I'll typically do actually is I won't list any card for less than $1. I sell everything on TCG Player. Even if the card is listed for, the lowest is, I don't know, 2 cents. If it's a rare, I'll list it. And what happens is if they buy that single card, there's no way I can completely turn off shipping because I'm not a store. So they'll always pay at least, I think it's $1.31 for shipping. So they end up paying like $1.33 for a 2-cent card. I don't really make any money off of that if it's just like one card at a time, because there's an envelope, paper, the toner from the printer, the stamp, of course, is the most expensive part usually. And sure, there might be a quote-unquote profit there of like 50 cents, right? But is that even worth the time that I spent putting it all together? No. But what typically happens is people will buy several of them, because once you buy more than $5 worth of cards, shipping is free. And so people will put orders together to hit that $5 mark or more. I do end up shipping out a lot of cards that way, but it becomes more worth the time. I've got everything organized pretty well. But all of this to say, when I open things, I will set aside anything worth $1 or more, just because this is all a hobby. I'm not trying to, work for this. I do have to do some work. And so I want to limit that for myself. And if I don't feel like listing all of the low value cards right away, then I won't. If I'm going to go list something, the first thing I'm going to list is anything worth, more than $1 basically. And I found myself setting aside probably more than half of the rares. Some of the surprises that I just don't recall. Like I said, everything. Everything from earlier this year is kind of a blur. The only one that really stood out was Final Fantasy, and that's only because I got like 10 boxes of that that I opened. So I got really used to those cards and their value at the time. But so Banner of Kinship came as a surprise that it was worth $5-6. The borderless version worth a little more. All of it to say, I ended up with about half the price of this box. I also looked up the prices. Yes, for all of these, shipping and tax included, ended up spending about $2,300, which is, again, it's a pretty penny. It's an expensive hobby. So, you think that's basically about $600 total for a box. Again, that's shipping and tax included, for the, divided by the 4 of these. So I thought this was not a very good box. I didn't think it was awful, but it certainly was. When I open a box, my typical expectation is if I get a really nice hit, maybe I'll make back half of the box. But if I don't see any single really nice hit, then, maybe a quarter of the box, whatever. It really depends on the fluctuation, the variation. Again, some of the sets are just bangers. And some of them just are riding on that serialized card or whatever. So all of this quick ramble to say, all the cards ended up probably about $300. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to make $300 back. Selling on TCG Player, they do like just under 13% as a fee, and it works different depending on how the value of the single thing that you sold. I don't think they charge more than $50 per, as a fee per item. Then of course there's shipping. If it is anything above $50 as a whole order, that's at least $5 in shipping, and you got to think that's $5. That's 10% of a $50 order. So they take their 13, and then 10. I'm looking at 77% of the actual money is coming to me. So even though I got about $300 worth of cards, probably won't see that much come back for this. But just to give you guys an idea, and again, kind of explain my surprise with the foundations here, thinking that one was not great for a box. Foundations seem to have a decent amount of value. And, you know, there's other things to consider. Will the card even sell? You know, I can put it up at a lower price than everyone else, but, you know, if there's no one buying the cards, they're just going to sit there. And, you know, if they don't sell, they don't sell. That's that. So what I'll do in cases like that is, or, you know, just sometimes cases because I care to, take it into the local shop here, the Guild House. They do 60% trading credit, and just make it nice and easy on myself. No, again, I mean, if I do an order of $50, I'm only going to be getting 77% of the cash anyway, and it's usually like 2 weeks of a wait until I get it back. You know, so if I don't care for the wait and I don't care to do all the work, you know, I'll take an extra, you know, 15-17% cut and just drop it off Guild House, get some credit, and use that towards getting more things to open. So again, the hobby kind of helps pay for itself, kind of thing. Now, on to the opening. I might put a timestamp on this one because I don't think I've ever done a rambled intro like that before. I was going to do the foundations, and then the Modern Horizons, kind of as the treat, you know, looking for the, you know, serialized Eldrazi in here, you know, 2 boxes worth of attempts. But as I think about it, I'll probably, yeah, I'll stagger it. I will save a Modern Horizons for last, but we'll go for Modern Horizons next. Oh, what was I gonna say? Just totally slipped my mind. All right, box open. Here we go. These, I know I said it's basically like $600 per box after like shipping and well, again, not shipping. It's usually free once you get past a certain point, but taxes. There's a little less than $2,400 total, and the Modern Horizons boxes were less. And looking at them, they did have less general value. There obviously was the really big, nice, you know, if you hit those Eldrazi serialized cards, that's going to pay for, I mean, one of those cards would basically pay for all of this. But in this case, outside of that, you know, again, not really expecting to make much of it back, which is why what I'll typically do in any particular set is I will hope to get a card that I just want to see. And in this case, that would be Kozilek, the special art Kozilek. I mentioned in the last video that you kind of have a special place in my heart for the Eldrazi. And I remember opening, I think they used to call them fat packs back in the day, or maybe they had just stopped calling them that. I opened some kind of bundle of cards, and the first pack that I opened had Kozilek in it. Kozilek the Butcher, I think is what it was called. Ended up trying to make an Eldrazi deck. I was using like the Urza's lands to, you know, ramp up my colorless production. Just a lot of fun with those cards. So I'd love to see be reunited with Kozilek here. And Ulamog would be great too, of course. Let's see here. I think, okay, once again, I'm not going to try. I think Buried Alive is actually worth something. I don't think we're going to try to value any of these right off the rip. Let's just go for our usual here. I'll try counting from the top. 1, 2, I'm doing this off screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, the one under the token is usually your golden ticket, or you hope for it. If I did that right, this is the land. We'll do it for the whole set here. I guessed 1 right out of 6 with foundations. Let's see what we get. Planes. Oh. Oh, wait. Retro foil for Unholy Heat. How much do I suck? Okay, okay. Oh, that's right. This one is okay. I'm a goober. I might have to go from the top on this one and just kind of get used to it again. Definitely glad I guessed Swamp though, because I got it right. Yeah, because it's land, and then that's right. They had the retro foils in this, not foils, retro borders. Monstrous Vortex, Unholy Heat, and then we get into ooh, first rare is not even a rare. It's a mythic. Brea Ethereum Shaper, quad color. 2/1 blue Thopter. God, what a word, Thopter. All right, too much going on there for me. Super cute though. Eldritch Immunity. Again, I don't know what they call the art for these. This is not extended or borderless, but target creature you control gains protection from each color until end of turn. Really nice instant for, you know, literally just a colorless. Under Moon. Players can't untap more than one non-basic land. Is this the same as Land Destroyal? Do you hate these people as much as you hate Land Destroyal? I mean, at least you can, you know, just Artifact Destroyal for this guy, but all right. Let's just try and take a look here. All right. So it's this one and then two more. This one and then the next one and then the next one. Okay, so next one. Eladamri. Another mythic here. Legendary creature, elf warrior in the retro border. Yeah, not a fan of the retro borders. I'm old school, but I'm not that old school. Brea Ethereum. Oh wait, that's who we already got. Oh no. Are they gonna do it to us again? Oh no. They did that in the last one. No. Please. Oh no. We had like 4 packs that had duplicates. Nuts. All right. That's on grab first. Superstition. What do you guys think? I think that's what I was going to mention earlier when I totally spaced. You know, I said I was going to go Foundations, Foundations, Horizons, Horizons. Have I cursed myself by breaking that pattern? Have I duped the RNG gods and given myself hope here? How does it work? You tell me. Never been one for the superstition. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. What I hate about this is sometimes you can see like if there's like a special border on the back or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is why we're only going to do this the first time. So I think it really is just like we basically just, instead of counting 5 from the back, we count 7, and then we take a look here and we see our first retro border here, Galvanic Discharge. Our second, Foil Victimize. You know, that doesn't look too bad actually. I'll give it that one. And then on to our first rare. I'm already remembering. Tap. P1 tap to untap target land. Very interesting. I don't remember seeing that one before. Copy land. Copy of any land on the battlefield, except it's an enchantment. Oh, you gotta like a card that does exactly what it says. Oh, yes. I remember now. Look at that beautiful card. Oh, man. Yeah, a little light over here. I'm gonna Yeah, some of these like borderless, like those cards that just pop out at you. Oh, that is so beautiful. Good job, Martina Pilsrova. Esper Sentinel in the border, or the retro border. Yeah, I mean it's a nice card. It's actually, if I remember correctly, this is actually a really good card, but just not a huge fan of the Subtlety. Oh yeah. This battlefield, it should one target creature spell, Planeswalker spell. Man, gosh, he's so freaking blue. Let me get out there. I'm flying. I'm an elemental. Stop what you're doing. You're not allowed to do those things anymore. I can play this whenever I want. Blue players are just always breaking the rules, man. Wait, what is that? How did I? Oh wait, I was flipping those because I'm a goober. There we go. Yeah, we'll put those over here. Yeah. I really do not pay enough attention to these ones to actually know the value as well. Shows you how much I I worry about that kind of thing. Like I said, it's all about cracking the packs. It's all about the thrill. And there's some hits that are obvious hits. I'll know those when I hit them, and I know the ones that I'm looking for. Sorry about that. Drop the swamp there. Man, I don't know if I can do this for all of them. This is yeah. In fact, I'm gonna stop it at this point. I'm gonna put these two, the retro borders. I might just move their position from now on so that I can do my normal 6-7 cards here. All right, I'm gonna go back to the right. See, I went left, right, and then I'm going right, left. Am I cursing myself? You tell me. Yeah, this video is even longer than the last one. I keep saying I'm gonna make shorter videos, and then I really just don't. All right, so if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, that's our land. So then we count these two, and then we put the land up there. And so I'm going to double check that first so that I don't put this face down on a card that we might care about. And we're going to call this one Forest. Look at that Forest, guys. How do I suck so bad at this? Oh, I called it, though. I called the Forest. How did I? Okay. We'll get that right next time. Probably, maybe. No foil there. I think that is actually just another retro border. Or a retro card. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I just counted wrong. So that's our next retro border. Alright. So these should be our retro borders. For the common and the uncommon. Nice shiny foil card there. Common. I believe I did not put the Forest back. Man, why do I suck so much? There we go. Well, I happen to know what the first card is, guys. Check it out. Echoes of Eternity. Yeah, Eldrazi cards, man. Crazy. Crazy art, crazy design, crazy concepts. Rampant Gargantua. I remember this guy now. Invert Polarity. Choose every spell, flip a coin, win, flip, gain control of that spell. You may choose to lose to counter that spell. Party Thrasher. Instead of the Party Crasher. But that does mean, yeah, okay. Everything goes normal from there. So next card is the golden ticket card. Extended foil Argent dice. All right. See, like that one sucks so much because I fumbled it. Right. That's the superstition there. If I hadn't fumbled it so bad, that would have been a bit better. I say it sucked. Maybe there's a card there that's really good. I just don't know that. Alright. We're trying to get one. Oh well. You know what? You know what that card is now? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we're gonna go 6. What do we see with 6? The Dreadmobile. Hydra Trainer. Oh man, let's talk about Hydras in the Foundations. That one's so good. Okay, so the 7th, and then if we were doing this right, I've just counted to 7. I can do that. I learned that in school. Then you put 1 aside. So then these next 2 should be your retro, which they are, uncommon and common. So let me put that aside. So count to 7, put 1 down, count 2, put those down, put that 1 down, back up, boom. Island. Guessed it. All right. Wincept, Heath. Very, very nice. I think the lands of this one were actually pretty damn good. These were the search, grab whatever you wanted kind of cards. Tempt of Mayhem. Tempting Offer. Abomination, yes. I should have mentioned this one as well. I definitely, I like seeing this guy. It was so funny about him is like, honestly, there's nothing really wrong with it. He's just a crab, right? Like he's just a crab. He's just a normal old crab, and everybody's scared of him. He's just trying to get something to eat. Oh, that's decent. I think it's better in foil, but I think that's one of the better. I think that's like the best creature. Oh, no, I mean, I guess the odds are creatures. That is still a really good hit. I think that was that the. Yeah, I think that was the flip it over, find out card. Yeah, Plains Walker. Oh, that's our big hit card too. Totally just didn't even care. Look at that. Gosh, what do they call that again? Tell me your secrets, Modern Horizons. Foil etched. Foil etched Kalia of the Vast. A human cleric. You know, you might want to rethink the human part there. If an angel, demon, or dragon card from your hand on the battlefield tapped and attacking that. Oh my. Who in the world allowed that? I guess it is 3 different colors you got to use to get around. Man, that is a commander actually. Wouldn't that be good? You like that? Use this card to get all your other cards. Those are both good hits. I'm gonna do my homework. I'm gonna do a bit more homework than I usually do from now on. So that when I sit down to do these, apart from just the cards that I'm looking for, I've got some more general info for you guys. So I'm not sitting here guessing, hoping that some random person will tell me, hey, you know that card that you said was like, oh, it was all right? That's a really good card. I hope you didn't throw that away. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then this should be a land. We're gonna guess it now because it's a plains, and that helps us. Oh, yeah. Man, I'm good at this. All right, let me get these next 2. These are our retro borders. We did get a foil here for the charitable levy. So we put all those aside. We put the plains bread on our rare sandwich here, and we start going. You know what? We're gonna do the fun. Let's do the reveal. All right, so we know it's a rare. Kappa Cannoneer. I think this was well after Kappa was. I mean, Kappa was a thing like a decade ago. What do we got here? Another rare, 37. Who knows what 37 is in Foundations? It's an 8/6. That kind of gives it away. Eldrazi, Twins of Discord. Not the Eldrazi we want, but still a pretty neat one. What was the, I think it was called Annihilate. The original Eldrazi set, I don't think they had they had, you know, this. They never had the colorless icon yet. And every Eldrazi, even like the uncommons and commons that you throw out, they were relatively expensive in terms of just flat mana cost, but they all had Annihilate. And that was the craziest thing. You attack, and literally just by declaring attackers, if you had like Annihilate 3, opponent has to sacrifice 3. Was it sacrifice, or did you get to pick? Nah, that would be too strong. Opponent had to sacrifice like 3 permanents. It's like, that's just insane. Alright, got ourselves another rare here. Genku, Future Shaper, Moonfolk Wizard. Alright, I believe that means that we are on, because there's Genku. Nope, 2 more. Yeah, that's right. Only did 2 rares. Alright. These are the 2 spots that I'm just not as familiar with. This one clearly can be retro foil, or retro border. Retro border, Flare of Duplication. Alright, so we know that that's what that can be. I wonder if that can also be foil. I'm sure it can, actually. Our last card, we know is a rare, and it doesn't seem to be any special kind of border. Just kidding, is that another etched foil? What is that guy? Yeah, etched. Unless I'm crazy. But I don't think anybody wants Roshin. Roshin, you are, you need to do some grooming. Eldrazi Spawn. Alright, well, my profit powers actually didn't help at all there. That is 5 packs down. Here we are at the halfway point. A couple of decent cards. Nothing I think that's crazy good just yet. I think the Tamio actually might be actually pretty good. Because it's not foil, it might be obviously not quite as much, but alright, so we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Set those aside. Guess our land immediately because it has to be forest. Plains. God, I'm so good. Take our 2 retro foils. God, it just everything's retro foil, alright? Yeah, just accept it. Like it's just what it's gonna be. Retro border, possibly foil. A Cursed Marauder, Monstrous Vortex. I think we had Monstrous Vortex earlier. Here's that Plains that we guessed. Sandwiching the rares between the token there, and it is a rare to start. 228. Ooh yeah. Oh wait, no, this isn't the one I wanted. Still pretty good. Ooh, we got a Mythic. Who knows what Mythic 11 is? Clearly it's Quorum. Foil. Borderless Quorum. The Undertaker. Another rare here. 347. Oh, God, it's so hot. Look at her. Look at this. So good. As of the filming of this video, the Louvre was broken into. People saw stuff like that, like, I want that. I'm gonna make that for myself. I'm gonna go steal some nice jewelry. Give myself a pearl medallion. This is the one that can be, or always is. Is this always retro? Looks like it is. Or at least we've gotten it twice in a row. No foil though. Necro Dominance. Oh yeah. In your end step, you may pay any amount of life if you do draw that many cards. Your maximum hand size is 5. A card token can be put into your graveyard from anywhere. Exile it instead. We have a rare Aether Revolt. And I think the word Aether just scares people away these days. Aether Drift. It's so funny because I was actually looking at getting that was the first little teasing of getting back into Magic for me. Was heard some whispers through the internet grapevine of set coming out. It's kind of a weird set. You know, seemed interesting. I'm not a car guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I mean, I appreciate a good vehicle as much as the next person. This is Swamp this time, though. Whatever. Yeah, just, you know, racing movies, Fast and Furious. Ooh, yes. Snow-covered wastes, even. That's so good. Beautiful. And then the foil Sling Gang Lieutenant. I think that's actually a decent common, uncommon type card there. I land into the rare 202. Who knows what it is? It's Roisin. We'll remember that one. Gosh, Roisin, stop yelling, man. Just listen, we get it. Rare 49, blue. Wonderscape Sage. Sorry for that. Turn land control. Alright. So this is the can be borderless type card. Abstruse Appropriation. Wow. She is lost in the VR. She's gone. Ready Player One. She's ready for life. This was the retro, except this time it's not. So I guess it's not always. Sometimes it can just be this guy. The Chthonian Nightmare. Is that Chthonian or Chthonian? I like Cha. Alright, and our golden ticket is a rare, so it's not that golden. Shill Gengar. Sire Famine. I like Gengar, I've noticed. Favorite of mine. Opened up a bunch of Pokemon cards for a few videos there you might have seen, if you care. Yeah, Pokemon is very difficult to get value out of for opening. Like, it just seems like all the value is just in sealed packs. But the new one coming out, Phantasmal, Mega Evolution, Phantasmal Flames, very hopeful. I don't think they're gonna have a special Gengar type card, but man, I really hope they do. I know they have Mega Gengar X in it, but I'm talking like the cute looking super rares or whatever they're called. And that's like the third time in a row we've gotten the flip lands there. Alright. Second time in a row we got an island. Okay, whatever. I didn't keep count anymore. I'm pretty sure I've guessed like 6 of those right so far. Alright. Nesting Crowns. Oh yeah. I mean some of them definitely do go hard with the retro border. Lands are one of them. Alright, our mountain and whale sandwich here. Keeping safe and warm, this Mythic 38 Boom Ocelot Pride. I do think that was one of the better hits. I think you wanted in like the special foiling or the borderless or extended, but still a very good card. I mean, just in general, very good card. Keeping safe, rare 51 Bismuth Mindrender. He doesn't look like bismuth. I guess I see some of the colors in the back there. Rare 450. Dreamtide Whale. I remember this one. It's so I love that. Literally a vanishing card. Alright. Special something? Oh, yeah, this is the here we have the retro already. Imscare Iron Eater. See, this is the one I don't like. You know, you got the multicolor. The multicolors always had like this gold border, and gosh, they were so bad. They were so bad. And you know, I look back and people are like, oh, you know, that's sometimes how you would win the game. You pay 9 mana, 6 and like 3 different colors for like a 6/6, and that's how you win. Okay, I get it, and I get the power creeps thing, and I'm so happy for it because that sounds like a terrible time. I like having all these effects. So this one turns me off. Don't like this guy. Maybe he's good. Don't like him. Oh, we have foil retro border for our golden ticket here. Null Drifter. I don't think anybody cares. You know Eldrazi, though. Oh, he has the Annihilator. We were talking about that. 4/4 for 7. Draw 2 cards, evoke for 3. Flying and Annihilator 1. Yeah, I think Annihilator was a big oops. It was a big, somebody let the kids play with the lawn darts, and somebody got hurt. So they reeled that back in pretty damn quick. And I don't actually remember it being on any cards in this set, but maybe I just wasn't paying close enough attention. Clearly it's there. But they went way hard with it back in Rise of the Eldrazi. Again, every Eldrazi had it. They might have nothing else, just like a 7/7 for 10 with like Annihilator 4. Gosh, kind of doesn't matter. Like, you do anything to get that thing out on the field, and if there's no counter, there's no destroyal. Like, and I say all this as like a very casual player. It was just me and some friends. We live in a small town, and I remember playing an Eldrazi deck, and it was like, you get those things out and the game's over. And it was like, it was almost anti-fun, because you just, when you got it, you just won no matter what. But when you didn't get it, for me, because I suck at the game, you know, then you just lose no matter what. And then the winning wasn't even like fun. It was like, boom, you know, attack and you just lose everything, and the person just wants to scoop anyway. Should be a land. I'm getting pretty good at it, and I'm really good at guessing island. Really, really good. These are the semi-special, whatever they are. First Runner, Dragons, Rage, Channeler. Nice art. Alright, this time we have a Mountain Spirit Sandwich. With the juicy meat of the rare 209 Disruptor Flute. On top of rare 44 Silver Quill Lecturer. Creature spells you cast have Demonstrate. Don't know that. Someone tell me what that is. On top of rare Blood-Stained Mire Extended. Oh, yes. Oh. Beautiful. On top of green and white. We've seen that one. Now it's in the retro border. Very nice. 2 of the search lands. Another foil retro here. Boom. What? Oh, what a pack. What a pack. In terms of just, hey, get, you know, some decent cards that might actually be worth a little bit of something. What a pack. Beautiful. All right, 3 packs left. I might keep doing them off to the side there. I think the camera's having some trouble doing focusing where it normally focuses. Either that, or I've just got it set up a little different. Maybe tilted a little too high. I think it just wants to keep focusing on the box back there. I do apologize if that's messing with anybody. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Planes. Whatever. Oh, the foil for the Priest of Titania. Really good card, actually, I believe. And foil for the Skoa Ember Mage. Let's scoop our planes back up. We have the Forest Kraken Sandwich. Oof. Forest Kraken Bread. Rare 144 Wheel of Potential. Remember seeing these wheel cards keep coming out. And there's all their silly ways of quote-unquote reprinting the original Wheel of Fortune. Misfortune? I don't remember. Yeah, energy counters. But then, yeah, may exile your hand, draw X cards. If X is 1/7, you may play cards you own exile this way until end of next turn. You have to pay X X energy. Rare, Ulamog's Dread Sire. Yeah. What are these guys? These aren't aliens. These are the original Upside Down. This is like the original, all these baddies are the original Mind Flayers, the original Demogorgons, you know? This is where Stranger Things got their inspiration. Springheart Nantuko. Rare 361. Wooded Foothills in the extended. Beautiful. Alright, I think this is our golden ticket, which is not so golden. Sewing Michael Spawn. Alright. Two left. This is the longest video I've done. I think I didn't expect this one to be short. I kind of knew I'd come in with a ramble. But again, I'm going pretty slow. I think mostly the just not knowing these packs as well. Literally taking longer to even open them, let alone set them aside, look at what I want to look at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 to show us. Man, I haven't gotten. Oh wait, I think I got the very first one right. Man, this the swamp here looks like a swamp to me. It's close enough. We're considering it a swamp. We have, foil snow-covered waste, Lion Umbra. I remember the Umbra cards. I remember people liked those back in the day. Again, back in the day for what that's worth. Blood and the Swamp Forest bread here, keeping safe and warm, our rare 224 Polluted Delta. Nice. I think that's pretty much all of them now. For the search. Ooh, Mythic 2-4, Mythic 13, Jyoti Moag Ancient. Is there a face in there somewhere? Or is this just a... This is just a forest. It's literally just... I am the trees. Rare 357, Shifting Woodland. Saw that guy already. You like it though. Rare 3... Roisin, stop yelling, man. Just... Look. We know you're upset. Someone stole your razor. It was a funny joke. I didn't realize that it would grow this much, alright? Just, you know, take a joke. It's just a prank, bro. Rare 323. Arms Chant. Oh, yes. We're reaching out for you. Can't cast spells this turn. Creatures can attack this. Oh. Wait, that's just so stupid. That's not a white thing, that's a blue thing, isn't it? You literally can't cast spells this turn. Man, play that on someone. Oh man. Wait. Why is that so good? For 1? As an instant? With the kicker that creatures can't attack for 1? 2 mana to completely steal someone's turn from them? What? Am I missing something? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. No downside there? Like, really, what am I missing? Alright, sorry, I was looking at the card there. Looking at this swamp. Oh, yes, that's 2. Wait, we're golden. We beat the odds. No, we didn't. That's 1 out of every 6. We still suck. Yeah, retro. That's right. It that heralds the end. Reminds me of Path of Exile. The Its. Those were all the Beyond demons. It this, it that. Or not Beyond, Breach demons. Breach monsters. Alright, our swamp moonfolk bread with the meat of the cursed mirror. Good card, actually. I like this a lot. Rare 64 Desert Warfare. Looks very green to me. Very green desert. Rare 363 Pearl Ear Imperial Advisor. This is our retro border. Possible. Subtlety again, this time in the retro. Beautiful. Subtlety again. Nice. I mean, if you're gonna get a dupe, might as well get the mythics, right? Yeah. All right, so no Kozilek. A little bummed. Again, I feel a little bit like that was not a great box, but I don't know. I am going to go tally that up. Maybe I'll even I'll put it in the comments. I don't have the comments, put it in the description there down below. All right, already 45 minutes in, so again, sorry for the lengthy video, guys. These are the only ones I set aside. Maybe there are others that are worth more than this, but I thought the etched foil mythic is probably something, and again, I know Tamiya was something. So until next time, enjoy.